Okay. Sang? Sang? Where is Sang? Mr. Zhang, I think this is impossible to finish at for an hour.
Sang, your turn to do the speaking test now. Your turn now. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, just a minute. Speaking test. Okay, so good evening, Sang. Today we're going to do your speaking test. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so first I'm going to ask you 10 questions about 2 topics, okay? I'm gonna ask you about fashion. Do you enjoy buying clothes? Why or why not?
I don't really enjoy buying clothes. Actually, my mom usually buy it for me. So.
Okay. And do you think fashion trends change constantly?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think they change it every day. Like today, like maybe now, there are some new trends.
Okay. And do you think people behave differently in different kinds of clothes? Sang? Did you hear my question?
I just use my earbud. So can you repeat it?
Okay. Do you think people behave differently in different kinds of clothes?
Can you repeat it? Okay.
Okay. Do you think people behave differently in different kinds of clothes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when they use some
Mm-hmm.
Give him different questions. Give him different questions. Don't wait for him. You just need to choose, like, I think 10 questions is too much. You can give him just 6 questions, 2 from each topic. It's enough. 2 from each topic, like 6 questions total for part 1.
Okay. So let's talk about economics. What do people in your country save money for?
They usually save money for buying house, cars, for their families
Mm-hmm.
and for their dream.
Okay. Do you think it's easy for young people to save money?
I think no, because now they are more like because they are young, so maybe they want to like donate for their idols or paying for games, some games activities. So I think it's quite difficult.
Okay. Now let's talk about the brain. What is the difference between the mind and the brain?
Uh, the brain is a organ of our bodies,
Mm-hmm.
and mind is what we are thinking.
Okay. And is this
Yeah.
possible to is it possible to exercise the brain?
Uh, yes,
Mm-hmm.
you can exercise. uh, we can exercise our brain by solving the puzzles or using different hands,
Mm-hmm.
two hands, or reading books, and so
Okay. Thank you. Um, just a minute. Oops. Now let's go to the part 2 of the test. What I want you to do is to describe these two photos. Um, I'm gonna zoom this out so you can try to compare and contrast. Okay, can you see the photo?
yes.
Okay, so you have a few minutes to describe these two photos. Your time starts now.
Uh, in uh, the the location, like in the first photo is the market or supermarket, and that is inside a building. In the second photo is outside, and there are more people in the second photos than in the first photo. And, uh, maybe they are more fresh, and in the first the product is more good in the first picture than in the second picture. And I think yes.
Okay, is that all? Is that finished? Are you finished?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so how often do you buy groceries?
Uh, I rarely buy sorceries because sometimes when I want to buy uh, like fast food or yeah, uh, I want to buy something, I go, but usually my mom bu- go shopping.
Okay, thank you. Now let's proceed to part 3 of the test. And here, I want you to read. Okay, Read topic 2. Describe a piece of clothing. You should say what the item of clothing is, where and when you got it, when you prefer to wear it, and explain why you like it. You have 1 minute to prepare. Okay. You can start your description now.
The item of clothing I want to share to you now is my T-shirt. When it become hotter, my mom usually buy new T-shirt for me for wearing at home and outside. The T-shirt the T-shirt is very comfortable. You can wear it everywhere. You can use it at home or when you hang out with your friends. The T-shirt is also very cheap than other clothing, and I think everyone can buy it. So the reason why I like it, not only two reasons I just said before, I like it for because it's normal and I can feel comfortable when I wear it.
Okay, are you finished?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. That's the end of your speaking test. Okay, goodbye. Okay, Zwi.
Yeah. Sang, go to room 2.
Okay, so Zwi, this is your speaking test, and this test is being recorded. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a few questions about different topics that we have already discussed. First is about fashion. Do you enjoy buying clothes?
I actually don't really buy clothes that much, but I do every time I go to the store and buy new things that I normally didn't get the chance to buy often.
Mm-hmm. Do you think people behave differently in different kinds of clothes?
I think they do. Well, there's one time that when my friends and I go to the prom, and I wear some casual clothes that I don't really feel fancy, but my friends wear a suit, or I think it's a vest, and he's like to like flex it on everyone in the party and make himself feel good, like he's a rich guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you about some questions related to economics. Do you think it's easy for young people to save money?
I think it's quite easy because young people like me, well, might always also spend a lot of money on buying things on online and order food. But during this time like the pandemic, I don't think they need anything for that when they already went to the supermarket or any kind of shop to buy anything they want before the quarantine starts. So it will be a good chance that they won't be spending much money anytime soon. So if they continue to stay at home, don't go anywhere, and just do whatever they want at home, it will be quite easy for them to spend money. And if the pandemic stopped or the quarantine stopped, uh, the spending money for young people would be quite difficult.
Okay. Why do some people want to start their own business instead of working for a company?
Well, working for a company, you normally have a fixed salary. Like you work for a company for a month, you get this much money, but when you start your own company, you can be the owner. You can take a percentage of your income and leave, say, spare some of it for the expenses and in payment for employee.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So the last topic would be about the brain. Um, what activities are good to keep your mind active?
Well, to me, I think it's to do exercises and do math equations every once in a while, or every day for better chances. I always like when I was in ninth grade, I always do math or do um, common math equations to keep my brain educated and motivated. So whenever I have any difficulties on solving anything, can my brain won't be too lazy to think.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And last question would be, what is the theory of multiple intelligences?
The theory of what?
What is the theory of multiple intelligences?
I I don't really know about that. Well, um, to my uh, to my knowledge, that people think intelligence are smart people that are specially talented or intelligent in a certain aspect or certain things in life. Like if you are a, a scientist about studies about space or something, you will be most likely to you are only intelligent in that aspect. But if you are let's say a gymnastic, you will you will know like all the type of things that to keep your body fit and in shape.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on what you are good at.
Okay. Thank you so much. Now let's proceed to part 2 of your test. So in this part of the test, I'd like you to describe 2 photos. I'm going to zoom this in and zoom out. So I want you to compare and contrast these 2 photos. Time starts now. You should compare now.
Now describing. Okay. Well, in the supermarket, you have more choice of the things you want to buy, like wine or some or vegetables, and all kinds of things. But it, in the other hand, in the grocery market, you'll get the freshest vegetables or products that are straight from the farm, the what fresh from the farm, the sea, or any kinds of place that provide groceries. And in the supermarket, the food will be much cleaner, and it went through the process of cleaning and selecting all the good stuff and put to the market. But in the normal market, it is everything harvest from straight from the farm and bring to the market, so everyone can pick what they like, what is the freshest, and bring home without any pre what without any pre. Oh my god, I forgot that.
Okay, you can ask him the next questions.
Okay. Um,
No, I think it's at still number 2 there. Number 2, it still have some questions on part 2 of.
okay, so which one do you prefer, going to grocery store or the local market?
I prefer going to the grocery store because I don't because in Vietnam the industrial isn't good that good as the America isn't as good as the America or any other developed country. So I would rather go to the normal market and get whatever it is that are straight from the farm at their freshest.
Okay. Okay, so for the part 3 of the test, I will be asking, you will have 4 minutes or 4 minutes to answer topic 3. Okay, you have 1 minute to prepare. You can write your notes. 1 minute starts now. Okay, 3 minutes. You now have 3 minutes
Yes.
to speak.
2 minutes.
No,
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Okay. Starts.
Now.
Okay. The small business that I know is my mom's fish cake store. Well, she runs the company, the business with my mom herself and my stepsister. Well, it it doesn't depends on any other kind of business, so I think it's a small business, and it's in the market near my house, about 3 kilometers away. Well, the business is run by the member of my family you already know. And how I know about it, well, I once was told to come and help them during the pandemic, the beginning of the pandemic, and from then I just kept working there to earn my own wage. And well, the reason it is success. Oh wait. Why it is success? Well, it's a small business, which is not like any other kind of business. It's not much customers, but with not much customers, you can ensure the quality of your products, that you don't have to rush the deadline for any other clients. And well, I think that's it. Wait. Um, oh, and if when the in the morning the selling time is ended, we if we have some spare time, we can go and
Okay.
buy some. Oh, already.
Okay. Thank you. That is the end of your speaking test. Okay. Okay. Goodbye. Um, Minh, do you mind turning your camera on? Can I see more of your face? Not more of the ceiling? Okay. Thank you. Today we're going to have speaking test, and I'm going to be asking you some questions about the topics that we have already discussed before. First question would be about fashion. Do you think the clothes we wear say something about who we are?
Well, when talking about fashions, people usually spend a lot of time deciding on what they wear. Even people who wear simple stuff, like they only wear clothes with colors and not much patterns on them, they still thought about it. They want to be simple. They want to live normally, and they still put their thoughts in it, despite not looking like it. So yeah, they do say a lot about the person that you meet.
Do you think fashion trends change constantly?
People might get bored wearing the same things every day. So fashion usually brings out new exotic clothes for people to wear. That's the reason why fashion can shuffle very quickly.
Okay. And now I'm going to ask you about some questions about economics. Do you think it's easy for young people to save money?
When talking about spending money, usually when talking about clothes, food, and other things, your parents will pay for them. Students only have to keep their money for either buying snacks or paying things that are for special events at school. So it's actually quite easy for students to save their money since they
Okay.
don't have to spend their money on it.
Why do you think some people want to start their own business instead of working for a company?
When you start your own company, you'll lead it and you'll hire employees to work with you. When the employees make money, they will be passed to you so that you can manage them and decide their paychecks. Overall, you still keep more money than others. So it creates more economic advantage for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the last topic would be about the brain. What is the difference between the mind and the brain?
The mind is supposed to be your thoughts, what you think and how you manage everything. The brain is an organ inside your body that is specifically at the part of your head.
Mm-hmm. What is the final question would be, what is the theory of multiple intelligences?
The multiple intelligences are your special abilities, the abilities that you're good at. For example, the ability to understand communication easily is your uh, language intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you so much. Now let's proceed to part 2 of your test. So on this part of the test, I'd like you to describe 2 photos and I'd like you to compare and contrast. Okay. I'm going to zoom this in, zoom out so you can see both photos. Okay. Your description starts now.
In the first picture, the person is going to a supermarket to buy some necessities like food, and it seems like they are wearing a mask. They are wearing masks to help protect themselves from getting disease. In the second picture, it shows some people buying vegetables and food at a market. That is out in the open and it seems really crowded. The people are picking some vegetable to eat.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. If you were to go to the market, do you prefer going to the grocery store or to the local store?
I think that I would go to the local store. One, it helps to support the local store, which they might need it more than the supermarket. Two, I don't feel like the food in the supermarket would be very clean. It might be processed with chemicals. So it might be safer to buy from the local store.
Okay, thank you. Now for the part 3 of the test, I'd like you to answer, okay, wait. I'd like you to answer topic 3. Describe a successful small business that you know. You should say what the business is, where it is, who runs the business, and explain why you think it is successful. You have 1 minute to prepare. Okay. Ben, you have 2 minutes to speak about this topic. Time starts now.
I know a bakery that is very successful. It sells sweet and bread. Those are the main things that a bakery sells. It is quite near my house. It is run by my aunt. And one day she came to my house and introduced me to her job. It turns out that she lives nearby. When I came there, I can see that it's very successful because she appears to have a lot of customers. A lot of them are friends, exclusive customers that comes by because her products are very well made and is very safe to eat. I can see that she was able to establish a successful business by making legitimate, healthy, safe products, and she seems to be very careful with her words. She makes friendly, safe approaches with her customers and is able to become very successful. I will surely take notes of her business techniques to help myself in the future.
Okay.
That's
Thank you so much. That is the end of your speaking test. Goodbye.
bye.
Hello, Sunny.
Hello.
Okay. So today we're going to have your speaking test.
Mhm.
So, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
So, on the first part of the test, we're going to talk about some topics. The first question would be about fashion. Is it possible to look good without spending lots of money on clothes?
Well, in my opinion, it's obviously possible to look good without spending a lot of money on clothes. And the reason why it is possible is because if you know how to mix and match your clothes with your style and also your body pose or your body type, you can look good in any ways, even though you don't have to spend a lot of money on expensive clothes or branded clothes.
Mm-hmm. And do you think people behave differently in different kinds of clothes?
Well, yes, they do act differently when you change your clothes or kind of clothes. For example, when you wear a t-shirt and a jeans, you look very basic and you're gonna be very chill and very happy around people. But when you wear something like a gown or a very big dress, you will feel like very fancy and you will act like a majesty or a queen. So yes, the clothes kind of define or make people behave differently when wearing different kind of clothes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you about economics. Okay. Why do some people want to start their own business instead of working for a company?
Well, when people want to start their own businesses instead of working for a company or a a, a bigger business, it's because they want to know the feelings or they want to start their own life or they want to work independently because they don't want to work for other people. They want to do it by themselves. They want to improve their industry, their business all by themselves. So instead of choosing working for a company, um, they have their own business or they start their small businesses and then they start to grow day by day and they can enjoy the feelings of working and developing their business.
Okay. Um, the last topic would be about the brain. What is the what activities are good to keep your mind active?
There are many activities to keep our mind active, like maybe you can do some art exercises like drawing or singing or maybe playing some guitar, playing some instruments to keep your brain relaxed and also chill the whole day. And when you do exercises like that, you can also learn new things and also enjoy life better. But except no, beside playing instrument or doing art stuff, you can also do exercise like walking, jogging on the road, or maybe talk to your friends or learn some new languages to keep your mind active and stay positive.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Now let's proceed to part two of the test. What I want you to do is to describe these two photos. So I want you to compare and contrast. Okay,
Okay.
you can start now.
Well, as you can see here, there are two pictures. The first picture is in a supermarket or a mall. So people are selecting various stuff like noodles or powders, and they can put it in the cart, a very big cart with wheels. And people in here, they mostly kind of rich families, like they have money to be able to buy good stuff in the mall and also in supermarkets. But here we can see in the second picture is a very small and basic markets that in Asian countries or in Vietnam they usually have in many places and countries and cities. So we can see they're very normal and nothing too special about it. They in the street, they sell vegetables, fruits, and all kind of meats. Well, in this market, it's easier to choose stuff because you can see how good the quality of the food is and how bad it is, so you can choose easier. But in the market up here in the first picture, you cannot know how is the quality inside the package. So it will be kind of harder to choose good quality food and know how is the food in the supermarket comparing to the markets.
Okay, thank you so much. If you were to go to the market, do you prefer going to the grocery store or to the local market?
Well, I would prefer going to local markets because when I'm still young and I'm gonna get married someday in the future, so I have to practice to go to markets to know the quality of the food and then also choose the best food for my families and also for myself. So I would prefer going to local markets instead of going to supermarket or malls.
Okay. Thank you so much. Now, let's proceed to part 3 of the test. And I'd like you to focus on topic number 4. Okay, so it says here, describe a small business that you would like to open. You should say what this business would be, where it would be located, what people you would hire as employees, and explain why you'd like to have this small business. You have 1 minute to prepare. Okay, you have wait, just a minute. Oh, okay, your 2 minutes starts now.
Well, what kind of business would I want to open in the future is maybe I want to open a stationery small business because, well, I really love crafting and also do art stuff. So I want to other people to also buy those products and create their own creations. Well, I'm gonna sell things like washi tapes, pencil, and pens, and also other stationaries. And at first, I'm gonna open at my house first, like in my room or in my bedroom. And when I start to go better and better, I maybe gonna buy a small store near the city center to improve my business. And then the people I want to hire as my employees are definitely going to be friendly people with interpersonal intelligence and also visual and spatial intelligence, because when they have interpersonal intelligence, they're going to be very friendly to my guests, and they're going to sell more products. And people with visual and spatial intelligence, I want them to be able to take pictures and promote my business in social medias like Facebook and also Instagram. And the reason why I want to open this small business is because I want to make money and also help my family to have more money, and to achieve my dream is to have a small business and also be able to have a trip with my parents in the future in other countries. And that is the reason why I want to have this small business. And the business I want to choose at first is to sell stationaries.
Okay, thank you so much. That is the end of your speaking test. Great job, Sunny. Okay, so
Yeah.
a minute, wait. Wait. Okay, QI, today we're going to have speaking test, okay? I'll ask you 3 questions, and yeah. So the first question is, do you enjoy buying clothes? Why or why not? You are unmute. Did you hear? Kiều Anh, did you hear me? Okay, number 1. Do you enjoy buying clothes? Why or why not?
Yeah,
Yes, why?
because uh,
I Okay, I like different fashion.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, next, what do people, okay, number 1 in letter B, okay? What do people in your country save money for? Why do people save money? Kiều Anh.
yeah,
No? Number 1, number 1.
I think the people in my country save money for um, um,
For
they can they could buy house car or
Mhm. They like to buy house.
and they have their families.
Okay, yes. Okay, the next topic is about the brain. Number 1, what is the difference between the mind and the brain?
The mind
Mhm. Do you know? Okay, how about brain? What is brain? Okay, that's okay. Let's proceed to part 2 of the test. I want you to describe this photo, one photo. Can you describe this photo?
yeah.
Mhm.
Now, this is the picture describe the people writing in the supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
They
They
are writing
are buying
food
Mm-hmm.
to prepare um,
Okay.
they are working face mask. Face mask.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The woman is looking for
Looking for.
some kind of food.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have more?
Okay, and answer the next questions. I think it's like
Okay. Do you like going to supermarket?
Yeah.
Why?
I think
Mm-hmm. Kiều Ai, let's proceed to the third part of the test, okay? I want you to answer topic 1. Describe someone you know who dresses well. You should say who they are, how you know them, what kind of clothes they wear, and say why you like the way they dress. Okay, you have 1 minute to prepare. Time starts now.
I want this by
wait, you have a minute to prepare. Có 1 phút để chuẩn bị cơ, từ từ.
Okay, now you have 2 minutes. Okay.
I want try to talk about thú vui. See famous stylist. I know she in Instagram, Facebook. The closest the kind of courses she she usually wears simple clothes, not very expensive.
Okay. Thank you so much. That is the end of your speaking test. Okay. You can go back to your exam. Good try, QI. Okay.
Okay, so maybe I want the comments and their videos, their recordings.
Okay. I'm gonna send, but I made an accident with us with who with Finn, because I thought I would like to record per student because I cannot send a big recording. I already tried to send long recording for my student at my school, but I couldn't send. So I was only able to record from Zui, from Sang.
It's okay.
Yeah. So I'll try to send.
So
So
you only have the video for, you only have one video of all
yeah, only
students,
one
right?
long video from starting from
Of
Sang.
all students. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah. But Fan Aing, I don't have his video because I thought I could stop and then take a video again. But no.
I think, I don't remember, but I think when you stop, it's at the end of the meeting. It's gonna convert it. It's gonna be converted into two videos. The first one, the second one. I think you can check it. You can find the files from the setting. You click on the setting and click on the recording, and you can check the folders. They're gonna save the videos in the folder on the setting. You can check inside of that folder. So you're gonna save all the videos you record, I think. But
Because I tried sending some long videos like this, like 30 minutes long video, but I was not able to send, but I will try.
I think the videos from Zoom here, it's not large.